Hey everybody, another malt review. This is Mike. I'm Narby.
What's going on?
We're doing the Glendronach 15-year-old revival. This is another best bang for the buck sort of whiskeys. Truly, truly, truly enjoyable. This is aged in all Oloroso sherry.
This whiskey's won Whiskey of the Year by several reputable sources. So definitely bang for the buck. It's maybe what, like $100, between 100 and 120 bucks.
It's actually cheaper than that. If you shop at a UK site, you're gonna get it for closer to 50, 60 bucks. And in the States, you'll be able to find it for anywhere around 75 to 100 bucks, depending on where you're shopping. So,
nice.
Yeah, this is one of those bottles that I go through a lot. I mean, I can easily buy 4 or 5 of these just in case the quality of them go down, or just in case they stop making it. You never know with whiskey what's going to happen. So this, along with Ardbeg Oudale, Lagavulin 16, and this Glendronach 15. I always say those 3 are the best bang for the bucks if you want really good quality whiskey. You just can't go wrong with those. So on the nose, or we should talk about the color.
Yeah.
It's got a nice orangey gold, light mahogany.
Like mahogany.
Yeah.
A nice, beautiful mahogany color.
Yeah.
And then one thing I've noticed that while whiskey has become so much about mass marketing now and just making profit, a lot of distilleries don't spend the money to examine and buy the best Spanish sherry casks anymore. The Glendronach is known for being one of the last distilleries to really analyze the quality of the bodegas they buy from and make sure they're seasoned properly, and they still spend more money and buy some of the best, both Oloroso and Pedro Jimenez Spanish sherry casks.
In the last few years, I would say in the last 5+ years, they've been releasing single casks, a lot of Glendronach single casks. And a lot of those are just incredibly special. The 1972 vintages have become very famous, and the 1993 vintages are also very famous, along with all the other ones are incredible too. We'll review a few of those for you guys as well. But Glendronach has definitely been blowing up in the last 5+ years, so it's definitely an enjoyable way. A lot of people know Macallan really well, and Macallan obviously is an amazing whiskey, but the price on it is really high. So, you know, check out the Glendronach 15, 18, and 21 for really good quality whiskey. Just like Macallan, really good quality whiskey, but for a lesser price with the Glendronach. So, on the nose.
Just so much beautiful sherry influence. And just, if I can compare this as an entry level to, say, a Macallan 12, this blows it away. The quality of the sherry casks, the Oloroso sherry cask is incredible. I'm getting the butter, the caramel, butterscotch, the orange chocolates, treacle, of course, like molasses, toffee, all kinds of nuts, cashews, almonds, pralines. Amazing.
I'll go with the mic with all kinds of nuts. Really nutty there. I'm getting balsamic. I'm getting mustard. I'm getting old style sherry, and again for less than $100. For around 40 pounds, if you're buying it in the UK, you're getting a unique, very complex experience. Toffee, vanilla, quality sherry, bunch of nuts, unique spices.
Yeah, like some cinnamon, some turmeric, a little bit of cardamom, a tiny bit of light curry, but a very pleasant, sweet, fresh curry. So definitely some exotic spices to go with those more sherry dessert flavors. Very nice.
There's vanilla, there's chocolate, toffee.
I get both. I get creamy milk chocolate, and I get more bitter dark chocolate, like the pure high cocoa. Very, very good.
Dried bananas.
Like creme brulee. Very nice.
Dried cherries. Definitely want some dried fruits.
Oh yeah.
And again, that balsamic, mustard, musky, unique mahogany wood, old style sherry. Very hard to find nowadays with your sherry bottles.
Oh yeah. If you could find younger whiskeys, maybe between 12 and 18 years old, that were distilled in the 60s and 70s. Very common. This, like Narby said, think musky. Think you're in like a dark, damp room, and it's like, I call it old, moldy sherry, but the same kind of thing. It sounds kind of weird, off-putting, but if you have enough of these whiskeys and you compare that nose or palate to the newer, fresher sherry casks, you'll know exactly what we're talking about.
Palate.
Perfect dessert whiskey.
It's thick. It's chewy. It's nutty. It's desserty, like Mike said, with caramel, toffee, more of the balsamic.
Usually after dinner, right? You want maybe some coffee or espresso with some creme brulee or some pie or some cake, some dessert. This has all that in here. This has the coffee, the espresso,
Does.
with the dates, figs, nuts, chocolate, orange, think like a fruit tart with orange, apricot, peach. It's got everything.
It's very, very complex. Like Mike said, I was just going to bring up on my palate, I did get some of those coffee elements too. So really, really complex, really, really unique. It's bottled at 46%. I would have loved to see this bottle being bottled at 50%, but 46% is great for the palate. I prefer a little higher on the nose just because you just get such a fuller, more intense experience. But overall, again, in my top 3 for best bang for the buck whiskeys, you're going to get a high-end experience for under $100. It just doesn't happen very often. I give this a 91. 91 out of 100.
I'll give it the exact same thing. I'll give it 91. For the money, though, it's incredible.
Yes,
you got to
yes.
pick it up.
Absolutely. Glendronach 15 Revival. See you guys next time.